Welcome to Vital Signs, the place where health wisdom meets practical science, without the fluff. Let me ask you this. Have you ever cracked an egg in the morning and quietly wondered, is this still good for me? Because once we hit our 50s and 60s, the advice around eggs seems to change faster than the morning news. Some say they're nature's multivitamin. Others, that they're tiny cholesterol bombs waiting to explode. So, which is it? Today, we're going to peel back the truth about eggs after 50. You'll discover how some eggs can protect your brain, while others might quietly sabotage your heart. And it's not just what's in the egg, but how you cook it, store it, and what you eat it with that can make all the difference. Stick around because what you learn here might just change your breakfast forever. Let's get into it. You've probably heard eggs are a great source of protein. That's true, but for older adults, eggs may offer something even more important: choline.
Now, choline doesn't get the spotlight like vitamin D or omega-3s, but it should. Choline is essential for building acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in memory and muscle control. And guess what? Choline levels drop as we age. One large egg contains about 147 milligrams of choline. That's nearly 30% of the recommended daily intake for older women and about 25% for older men. In fact, several recent studies have linked higher choline intake with a reduced risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. That's not a small benefit. It's a game changer. But here's the thing. Most people over 50 aren't getting nearly enough choline, especially those who avoid eggs out of cholesterol fear. And that fear, it might be outdated. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about cholesterol? Let's clear that up, because the science has moved on. For years, we believed dietary cholesterol directly raised blood cholesterol. And since eggs contain about 186 milligrams of cholesterol, they were demonized.
But here's the surprise. In most people, especially those over 50, eating eggs doesn't significantly raise LDL, the bad cholesterol. Instead, eggs tend to raise HDL, the good kind. And more importantly, they change the shape of LDL particles from small and dense to large and fluffy, which is actually less dangerous. Several large studies now show that eating up to one egg per day is not associated with increased heart disease risk in healthy adults. Still with me? Good, because here comes the twist. Not all eggs are created equal. Let's talk about omega-6 and omega-3 fats. Modern eggs, especially from factory farm chickens, are often loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. Wondering why? Because chickens are fed corn and soy. Here's the problem. Too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3 creates inflammation, a key driver in heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive issues. Ideally, we want a balanced ratio, but some conventional eggs have a 20-to-1 omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. That's a problem.
Fortunately, you have options. Look for pasture-raised eggs or omega-3 enriched eggs. They typically come from hens fed flaxseed or fish oil. These eggs can contain up to 5 times more omega-3s than regular eggs. Quick question for you. Have you ever checked the label on your egg carton, or do you just grab the cheapest one and go? Let me know down below. It's something small, but it adds up. Now on to how you cook your eggs, because this part shocked even us. When eggs are cooked at very high heat, especially in vegetable oil, it can oxidize the cholesterol. Oxidized cholesterol is far more harmful. It's been linked to arterial plaque buildup and inflammation. That means your sunny side up fried egg in canola oil, it may not be doing your heart any favors. A better choice? Try boiling, poaching, or steaming your eggs, or cook them with a healthy fat like extra virgin olive oil, but on low to medium heat. You're not just avoiding oxidation, you're also keeping sensitive nutrients intact. High heat can destroy compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect your eyes from age-related macular degeneration.
Ever had eggs with toast and orange juice? That classic combo might spike your blood sugar far more than you think. The refined carbs in white bread and the fructose in juice can trigger a rapid insulin response. Meanwhile, the fat and protein in eggs slow digestion. But when paired with high-sugar items, the effect can be dulled. Instead, try pairing eggs with vegetables, avocado, or a handful of nuts. And variety matters. If you eat eggs every single morning, especially the same way, with the same sides, you might be missing out on important nutrients from other foods. Rotate your breakfast. Try eggs 3 or 4 times a week. And on other days, opt for Greek yogurt with berries, chia seed pudding, or a savory veggie bowl. One last thing. Let's talk quantity. Is 2 eggs too much? Not necessarily. For most healthy older adults, 1 to 2 eggs a day is perfectly safe and often beneficial. But if you have type 2 diabetes, heart disease, or a family history of cholesterol disorders, it's worth speaking to your doctor. Eggs aren't good or bad. They're powerful tools, but like any tool, it depends how you use them. Let's recap. Eggs can protect your brain with choline, help your heart with omega-3s, and support muscle maintenance with high-quality protein. But only if they're high quality, properly cooked, stored correctly, and paired wisely. And one more thing before you go. If eggs are this misunderstood, what about coffee, or bananas, or even olive oil? Well, those are stories for another day. If you'd like us to break down those food myths next, let us know in the comments. Your health is your power, and the more you understand it, the stronger you get. Thanks for spending time with Vital Signs. We'll see you in the next one.